This is really nice. This is a really nice stream. And I want to thank the two people in the chat. Oh my god, Ronnie. Oh, Ronnie. We're on the monetized channel. No intro, no third party copyright. Must protect it at all cost. I haven't used this since January. I figured it's been a trucking year, right? So here I am on a Sunday night. I'm just feeling a little spunky. I'm feeling a little inspired, a little motivated. I'm feeling, I don't know, something's awoken inside of me. Something's inside of me. Someone's inside of me. I got the notification. This is Joey Cannoli. This is not I am Joey Cannoli. So settle down, Autumn. All right. I know you want to come in here and be real naughty, but we have to behave ourselves over here. This is daycare. It's good to see you, Autumn. Happy Sunday. You know why you got the notification? Because this channel isn't blacked. That's why. All jokes aside. I wonder how many people hit the notification bell to begin with. Also, I probably should have... I'm so sporadic in my ways. I'm so, as a matter of fact, spontaneous that I should have made a post letting you guys know earlier on I am Joey Cannoli that I was going to be live over here. But to be fair, those that should be subbed are already subbed. Does that make sense? 6 people watching Sunday night. Good to see Jason here. I'm talking GZ. I'm going to try and manifest him. I'm going to try to, it's like when you conjure up a spirit. I have my top 5 Zaharoffs. I talked about this on a previous live stream I did elsewhere. Shout outs to the other channels. I want to say it was on Spence, if I'm correct. Not so famous. But I said, what are my top 5 Zaharoffs? And I said, you know what? It took me a couple of hours to come to a conclusion. There was 3 of them that were no-brainers, no doubt. Gwen Stefani's, if you will. I'm Jacob Bird. That's Nelly Furtado. Wrong artist. I'm sitting in a spider web. Anyways, it says my connection's unstable, but that's most of our relationships in this world. So, I don't know. I have an ethering right now. The ether ain't etherinetting. So, I'm just here. It's a Friday night, and the feeling's right. So, let's have some fun together. It's about to be Monday. So, what a surprise. Who goes... I must be getting ready for fall, Autumn. I'm ready to fall in love with you all over again. Doing Sunday night streams. Right. Triple X, and Triple X top 5. Every version of Triple X I felt was wonderful. Even the original 3-piece travel sprays with, Royale X, Royale Triple X. Of course, the bottle's what I'm most proud of. Feels like if 2 men could have a baby, 2 men and a baby, right? Wasn't that a movie? And that's just the life I have with GZ. But anyways, it feels like our baby. It's the Cannoli Mafia's baby. All of us inseminated one another on stream over the years, and eventually we all came together, if you will, come together like the Beatles, and we created Triple X. The live streams were the anyways, it's good to see you guys. I'm happy to be here. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I have Triple X on my mind heavy. Triple X has been wearing it the last few days. Wore it out last night to the bar. And I'll tell you what's a crazy feeling. When someone asks you what you're wearing, and you're like, oh, guess what am I wearing? And it's like, you have to pull it out. Pause. You have to pull it out in front of them, which I wouldn't recommend in a public setting. But when it comes to your own fragrance, everyone likes to tell stories, and they exaggerate things in this world. And it's one of those, I need proof. Don't talk about it, be about it. We're going to drop a 69. I don't like the lurkers on this monetized channel. Very uncomfortable with the lurking. This is a fragrance stream. Have some respect. Anyways, I don't know. I feel like I'm at a crossroads, like Bone Thugs and Harmony. Shout outs Harmony. Um, to meet me at the crossroads, you won't be lonely. Anyways, I don't know what told me to go live on this channel. The last time I went live, it was by accident. Yeah, it's a Sunday stream, baby. How you doing, James Kennedy? We're here, guys. We're here. We made it. It's a new week. A new week is upon us. And you're getting frayed content. Don't tell anybody. I don't want people getting the wrong idea. I don't want to get anyone's hopes up, right? I don't want to get my own hopes up. But yeah, I was just thinking to myself, what a wonderful world. Um, George, he was a friend of mine, you know, and he shares his gifts and his artistry and his vision and dreams with the world, with all of us. And it's hard to like pick favorites, right? Because it's like picking a favorite child or a favorite niece or nephew. You love them all, but there's just some of them that you prefer more than others, some that you love more. And I think that's how it goes, you know, like a favorite grandson. So I took my 5 and I had to reason with myself and be realistic. And it's funny because one thing I'll say, spoiler alert, shout out to spoilers. It's his later stuff that resonated more with me, that I was a big fan of. It just felt more adventurous and bold and fun. And I always told him, I said, you're really starting to tap into my taste. And even going back to the OG signature, I loved it before I even knew who he was. I'm like, oh, this is like classy stuff. This is good stuff. It felt too good for me, but I felt good wearing it. I'll never forget when I squirted George's juice in my mouth with that bottle. I also had was it an aftershave bomb? Anyways, but I squirted that in my mouth, and when I tasted him for the first time, I'm like, oh, he doesn't use synthetics. It tasted very natural, very organic, very Trader Joe's. But yeah, that was like my first, before I really got to know Mr. Z, the beginning of it all. It feels like a love story in a way. It feels like a Disney movie. Would I be the princess? I don't know. Salty or no? It was sharp. I'll tell you that much, James. It had a bite, but enough where it made me want to come back for a little bit more. And I think that's where he fell in love with me. I think he fell in love just with my personality and my carefree, my attitude. He's like, what in the world is this? And something about me just being my organic self, it drew him in. I feel a bit seductive in that aspect, like a vampire, a vampiress. Top 5 inches. I think if you can have 5, you're all right. There's room for improvement, but you can't just grow in a way. Top 5 fragrances in guess their inches. Like there's a Zaharoff that I think is his sexiest scent, his biggest his biggest fetish scent that I wear only on like rare occasions, because when I wear it, it's just naughty, and I will use it like it's liquid gold. This is that white gold, or is it ice cold? Michelle Pfeiffer, that white gold. I don't know. I'm not a huge Bruno Mars fan, but I don't mind. I love doing like spontaneous things like this. It's very intimate. It's very intimate. You remember like when you're in your honeymoon phase and everything is new and exciting, and even the bad things are good things? That's what tonight feels like. It feels like the beginning of it all. You're really lovely. That's the song. Underneath it all. That was the song I was looking for when I dropped the Nelly Furtado. It's a full circle moment right there, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, top 5 inches, Kyler born. I don't know. Kyler, you may be asking yourself, why do I have a wrench? Many moons ago, you guys put it right there for wrench ability. And I hope, you guys, I would imagine this is a safe place. This isn't like the other channel. It's not like the sewer. Um, but I guess I just miss my home. You know what I mean? I guess I miss my home. Oh my God, it worked. It always works. I feel it worked. Did I force you to come on here by go? Is that what happened? I wondered if you were coming on here. I was fishing for you. You know that, right?
Well, I think that, you're getting an echo. Let me lower this.
Oh, that's coming from your TV. You always want to blow me up bigger than I am, I feel like. Put me on a big screen. Everything's on a jumbotron.
That's not that difficult to do, or you do it all on your own, Joey.
Sure, all practical effects, no special, right?
Yeah. But, thank you for having me.
I was hoping you'd come on here, and I sent the link, secret link. I'm doing my top 5 Zaharoffs, and what better than to put you in the hot seat right in front of your face and tell you what I love the most from your releases. How do you feel about that?
I'm gonna cry. Autumn.
I know. I know.
All the beautiful people. James Kennedy. How many people do you have going
on? 14 people so far. You also I'm not. By the way, I'm not on. I am Joey Cannoli. I'm on my. You're gonna shit. I'm on my monetized channel. So it's kind of like having to wake the dead in a way. But people did get notifications. Autumn said this is the first YouTube notification she's received.
I think it's good that it's just intimate.
It is intimate. And I think as this goes on, more will join. I didn't do an intro. I didn't want the copyright or the music. So I hit the live button, and I've been letting my mouth do what it does best, and that's please others, with my words and my ways. Speaking of pleasing, I want to talk about your fragrances for a second. Because go ahead.
Am I going to see you or no?
Are you sure? Do you want to see me?
I like the idea. Hi, Kyler. I like the idea, Jason. I like the idea of you selling wrenches.
I did sell this wrench. I put it right there for $100. I thought the woman would be impressed.
I like that idea.
You had to read the fine print. I think I have to hit 100 to cash out. I forget how this works. Like the YouTube.
You have money sitting in this account?
I would probably have a couple of coins to rub together. I know it's like a automated like payment, like the direct deposit that would go in once it hits 100. I think I had it set to. So, to be rich again, right? Anyways, I forget what it's like. This is my first super chat in a year.
Oh, that's wild.
That is wild.
I'd send you a super chat, but I'm talking on my phone. I'm sorry.
No, listen, no pressure. Oof. So real quick, outfit of the night, if you don't mind. I feel like this is foreplay.
So I'm wearing Dior.
Thank you, Kyler.
I don't know if anyone wants to tell me who. It's a collab, but I don't know It's beautiful. I just don't know who the collab is. I don't know, actually. I want to say I think, but I don't know. Anyone know the designer for this? With the little...
oh, my goodness.
Dior, it's like a Dior Damask. You guys see the little Diors on it? Yeah, you guys...
I do. I see the Dior printout, but I'm also seeing some kind of cartoon, aquatic ambience kind of vibe. It feels like a fever dream. I love this.
Anyone know? It's beautiful, and it's.
I'm not much of a fashionista. I wish I was. Does that come in extended sizes by any chance?
This is. I wonder if this would. It's a 43, so I'm a 40. This is oversized.
I'd imagine I'm a 53. I don't know what that means.
But I thought that it would be fun to just have this, you
It's
know?
a fun shirt. And I'm a fun guy. Not to be, shout outs to fun guy. Um, I would wear that, right? That's
I,
something I would wear.
I wonder if I think you would fit in this actually. It's quite big.
I think so. I would break it in for you. Madeline, it's a pleasure to see you.
Look at this.
I hope all is well.
It's oversized, you see.
Right. So, like, in case I get a little bloated, I don't have to feel like boxy or heavy in that aspect. George, there's a fragrance you have that is very kinky. That is very, in my opinion, a bit of a fetish scent. And of course, I'm probably projecting my own fantasies. Scott's calling it a Dr. Seuss collabo.
You think? If you Google jellyfish Dior collab or octopus,
Right.
and while you're doing that, Kyler, the wedding was very nice. I was saying in my Instagram stories that they had the Valentino studs on it. It was beautiful. And one of them, I sat down and one of them fell off. And so it was very traumatic experience.
It's wonderful, man.
It was a beautiful wedding. What did you say?
I just looked. It's a Dior.
Stussy?
What is it called? No, they gave it the name. It's trying to load, of course. Bear with me.
Please.
One moment, please. It's got the name of the collab. I think it says Carafe Blue Octopus.
Carafe is a carafe is like a thing that you decaf pour, you know?
Oh, that's what came up when I did the Dior collab octopus.
Madeline, Captain.
I know it's a monetized stream, Captain. We're on the monetized channel. George, I feel very inspired lately. I don't know what's changed in me.
I'm glad. Well, maybe the fact that the Triple X is going to be coming out again.
Say what?
Yeah.
The Triple X is going to be coming out again?
Yeah.
People are still asking about it, They still ask. They want to order more.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Men are piggies.
No doubt.
No doubt. So I'm excited about that. It should be out in about a month and a half, a month or so. So
just in time for the holiday season's coming, if you want a little intimacy.
It's a great fragrance, Joey.
Very proud. Triple the load, says Kyler Bourne.
So that's a Kenny Scharf. Thank you, Jason.
Thank you, Jason. See, Jason didn't realize he's been working for me this entire time. Triple X Intense, he's calling it. You think they want an intense version of Triple X, George?
It'll be interesting because I think that's one thing that hasn't been done yet. And I think because we did the we did X, and then we went ahead and did Triple X. And I wanted to do the last of the mods. There was 8 mods.
Correct.
And so I think we should do that very heavy version and complete the vision of the
Triple X arc. 150%. I mean, and I think it's safe to say that they're ready for it, that they can handle it, and I think I feel confident now with releasing that and feeling okay with it. You know what I mean? I was very nervous in the beginning. Triple X Uncensored, that's good. Triple X Elixir.
And I like that. And I think that I didn't know that Autumn and
Captain have become quite an item.
Yeah.
He cleans her baseboards, if you catch my drift.
I wonder if there's a fragrance called Triple X Rated. I'm surprised there isn't. There has to be.
Maybe. I wouldn't know. This feels like the old days, doesn't it? Just you and me.
Yeah, but I'm staring at Casper and I'm not looking at my friend Joey.
Or if you see me, I don't want you to judge me.
What's going on?
Are you sure?
Yeah. Let's see you, Joey. Joey, reveal yourself. Oh, you look good. What is that?
It's a receding hairline. It's moved past a couple of goalposts, but I've been growing my hair out the last month.
You know what, Joey? I have to tell you something. If you were to lower your camera a little bit, because when you do a sideways, it looks beautiful. I think you've got the camera going too up on your forehead to make it look larger than what it appears, but it
Well,
looks
my hairline, it used to be here.
I like that a lot.
You like it?
I do. I like that.
I went to a barber shop and they worked magic on my hairline.
Now I'm curious to know what it looked like before you went into the barber shop. I love it that Captain said OMG. I don't think Captain has ever said that in 7 years.
Don't tell anybody. I've been letting my hair grow.
I like that a lot. Have you let your hair grow everywhere? Like, do you like manscape? And I guess you yeah. That I feel sorry for the poor razor. I'm sorry, the poor razors that you have to go through to, the whole thing,
I hear you.
Eugene is dirty like me. It's filthy.
Eugene is very piggish, and I think that's why we all kind of have the same energy, the same magnetism, the attraction. I like the new dude. Thank you, Autumn. I don't know how I feel.
Weed eater. He needs a weed whacker.
I don't want to look like other reviewers. That's all I'm gonna say.
So what do you think, Joey? Should I cut my hair short like it was before the pandemic?
I like your. You know what? What's up, Jacob?
How long this is?
Let me see. I like you with the long hair, but I also like drastic change.
I think it's time.
I think it's time too. I feel like if you cut it, you're gonna feel like a whole new person, and like a weight and shed is gonna be off of you. You should do it. You know what? I would normally tell you no, but go for it. Just do it. Don't do it and then just show me. I feel like you're ready. Are you ready? I think you're ready.
I think I'm ready. I think I'm going. We'll see. We'll see. I have a busy next 6 months. I'm going to be very busy. Forget that the next 4 months. And looks like, but he looks good with any hairstyle. Thank you, Autumn. I guess it turns out long hair does care after all.
Look at DLTG with a wrench, by the way, huh?
Oh, wow, that's right.
They say I don't hand out wrenches. Well,
oh, Hawk, Jeezy. Love you, Scott.
Joey wants you to cut your hair to distract from his grown hair.
With a haircut, he will look like Zod. I look like Zod already, I think.
I prefer you as more of a wolf, teen wolf, hungry like a wolf. George, listen, let's cut to the chase.
All right, so we're going to go. So you have your top 5.
I do. I have my top 5, not in any specific order.
Right.
I love them all equally.
The elephant in the room. You got your
beautiful, beautiful, beautiful scent.
You like it?
I adore it. I love it. I wore it out, received many compliments, and it's a perfect nighttime fragrance. I think the season time is like, I like how your releases are very season oriented, I feel. And I love that. And I think we have similar climate. So it always is in sync with one another. Probably one of your most beautiful. The artistry alone. The angel, it's very yeah. You want to talk about something like that is eye catching.
Something different, right?
Something different. It's very different from everything else. But ever since you dropped the plates and you started doing the plates on the bottles, it's already a very strong, masculine, edged curve and shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Me too.
But when you put the plates on there and it gave it even more weight and it started feeling great. I'm wearing my bracelets for him, says TLTG. I'm definitely more of a red boy than a blue boy, but I wore blue all summer. And believe it or not, that's at my campground. My blue is at my trailer.
I
Um,
think I love it. I thank you, Ross. Joey Ross. I'm looking at his
you're
bracelet.
reading.
I thought of Wonder Woman with the bracelets, right?
Oh, the Bengals. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, Kay. Hello, Kay. Thank you.
Hello, okay.
So let's go with your number five. First of all, I thought, what are my top five? But they're all my children.
I kind of said that in my intro.
It's
I
how
go, how do you pick a favorite?
because
Your
there's 15 plus, and then if you add the Z creators, another six, right?
sure
And yours is another, another. So you're looking at
7,
15, 20.
right?
And so it's hard for me to pick. I think for me, for a very long time, I wore a Scara pour homme, and up until the Zaharoff for men in 2001, and then after 2001, 2002, I wore the Dorage, the Hermes Dorage, and if Joey let the front grow, you could do what what's his name does. If you have it come forward.
Yeah, I
Uh,
don't know.
who's
I don't
Logan
know.
Paul? Logan Paul has a hairline like yours, but he just brings it forward. Have
He
you?
runs it forward. I could do that. I could do that. I got so used to not having hair, I miss not having it. I know that sounds
No,
shocking.
I like that. And you look good, Joey. I'm happy to see you with hair. I'm very impressed. Hi, Dirk. All right, so that's a nice mullet. It's not a mullet. A mullet would be if I was short, correct?
Right. Tapered sides, business in the front, party in the back. This is long hair.
So,
Diggler just likes to talk shit. God bless him.
so
We love Diggler. So listen, my
bless his heart.
my number 5, George,
Okay.
is the citrine.
So that's my most worn in the summer because I have the lotion.
Thing.
Did I send you did you get the shower gel and the lotion?
You forgot about me.
Did I not send it to you?
No.
Oh shit! Why didn't you
No.
remind me?
You're a busy man. I don't wanna bother you. I don't wanna say.
Well, let's preface this by saying you and I are friends,
We're dear friends, close
right?
friends.
Right. And so, so this is fun.
Thank you, Jake.
Okay, this is fun.
This is fun. I don't
And
need to explain anything to anyone. George, you are one of my most dearest friends. I have a very small circle of close friends, and I consider you a very important person in my life. And I
yeah,
don't look at you in that aspect. I never did. I always seen George. I didn't see Zaharoff. I seen George, and I love George, and I love having George in my life.
I'm gonna cry. Do you really mean that?
George paid me to say that. Listen, I do mean that. Yeah, I mean that. Of course, yeah, we're dear friends. We frolic in the woods together. We eat berries, and sometimes George will have the occasional nut. But it's.
The occasional nut.
Sorry, I love you so much. Nuts and berries in the woods.
Well,
Citrine.
that means if some store in Seoul or Mumbai or Cape Town types in George Zaharoff and sees this conversation.
Right.
But that's what I love about you, and I don't really care anyway.
I know. I apologize. It's just you always told me never change, Joey. That was the.
Joey, don't you ever change. I love you just the way you are.
I gotta be me, baby.
Amazing. You're beautiful.
You love me because I have hair.
Linda
Yeah.
Evangelista.
Right. Right. Citrine blew my hair off. The reason I'm bald is because when I first smelled citrine, it blew my hair back. Whatever hair I had left.
And the
left
other one made you eat.
What?
Your number one made you eat.
Right.
I love you.
Right.
I'm kidding. So tell me. So getting back to this. So citrine for me is my. So I gotta send you the lotion and the shower gel.
Please, because
because I also wear that with Coco Loco. So my most worn for the summer, when I want to be more elegant, is either the citrine is one of my most versatile. I could wear it on the airplane. I could wear it, and not have to worry about smoking anyone out. Do you know what I mean? So yes, so citrine is all right. So go ahead. I love you. I love you. I love you.
I know.
All right, so
They
go ahead.
can't even let me ham it up.
So you like so tell me, what is it about citrine that because I know you go through a lot of it. And it comes in a large one, so I gotta
I
see.
when that time comes, I'll feel very blessed. Citrine is my number one summer fragrance from your entire line. It's my most worn. It's also one of my most worn Zaharoffs in general. It has the greatest opening of all time.
I know.
Um, to the point where I don't even let it develop and I reapply it because I just like smelling that opening. It's refreshing, it's juicy, and it's me, I'm a freshy guy. I'm a citrus aromatic. I'm a huge fan of those clean citrus scents, and the bottle's beautiful. The whole thing. I stopped myself. I'd wear it every day and I had to stop. So, and mind you, I have hundreds of bottles of fragrances. You know this.
I know.
So for me to have these dents, that's a big deal. That's a very big deal. So citrine has always been
Thank you,
my
Joe.
comfort scent. All right, I'm calling Robes right now. It's his captain. He's got him on speed dial. The citrine soap is greener, says Luis. I can't wait to try the citrine line of products because I don't know. I like the idea of a beard. Like George, shower gel? How does it smell when it activates with the warmth and like what is it? What's that aroma? Do any of the notes stand out more with the shower
So,
gel?
it is the top note. Like what we did is because when we used the original oil for citrine, it would translate to the musk. The top note would go away, and so
Mm.
the new, so Ross, Joy, Claudia, and myself sat down and we formulated it because I wanted the top note to come out more. So if you do and I think our Excel had said this, if you do if you put I do the soap bar, the shower gel, the lotion, and then I spray either citrine or Coco Loco, and it lasts all
I was
freaking.
gonna ask you, with all of that layered,
Today.
how's the performance? Does it amp
It,
it up like an
yeah,
extra
I gotta send it
6 hours?
to you. I can't believe I forgot to send it to you.
I'd totally do a review without a doubt.
I'm surprised. I'm not gonna do
Oh,
deodorants because
Mommy Mel, thank you.
I don't know. Maybe one day we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Thank you, Mel. Look at this, George. $4.99 super sticker.
Did you get one? Super Fortnite.
Yeah.
Get
I
this.
got a
Mel, love you, Mel. So we have the old group here.
yes, we do. We have the OGs,
Beautiful.
the lovelies, the beautifuls, the mafia, the core, right?
And so what I love about citrine, and like you said, is the opening. It makes me happy.
100%.
Yeah, and I'm
And
glad you're happy.
I'll never forget the first time I smelled it. I was like, okay, this one reminded me. The best comparison is Clinique Sappy for men. That's another one that I spray on myself constantly. It's one of my favorite fragrances of all time. It's such a simple, kind of boring note lineup, but it works, and I hadn't felt a fragrance channel that reaction of happiness and that beautiful kind of opening where citrine, when I smelled it, it had the same effect as happy. It was one of those things where it's like, I can't wait to spray this on my body,
Yeah.
you know? And citrine is obviously it's there's so much more to it. And I think that's what I love about it. You actually experience this entire oh my god.
It's fabulous. I love citrine.
So citrine is if I had to put it in an order, it's my number one summer
Yeah.
Zaharoff.
And that's
And it was
gonna.
your first,
And
right?
I had discontinued it in the States because I was just thought that the French, Italians, the Germans, I mean, this will work very well in Europe, but now it's in both. So, but don't try pig lard.
Pig lard. Some Crisco.
Crisco. I think it has a scent. Doesn't pig lard have like a scent to it?
I would imagine. Mr. Z.
So my number five, I don't know. I can't even begin to tell you. So go ahead. Your number four.
So my number four is, oh God, I remember smelling very early on and telling you this is going to be a hit. This is going to turn a lot of heads, get a lot of love. And when I had the final product in my hand, and this is a plate fragrance. This is Aurum.
No,
I haven't worn it since winter. I treasure this scent. This is like a Christmas Day scent, Thanksgiving, New Year's. It's like a special occasion holiday scent for me.
Yeah.
If I'm like cozy, cuddled up, and it's cold outside here, I'm with Julissa. I'm spraying on Aurum.
Um,
Oh God, I don't know. It is sweet and delicious and delectable, and you know me. First thing I want to do is eat it, right? And, and I can't. And I wish there was like like you said, like I want to put it in a honey stick, George.
you know something interesting, and I know we've discussed this before, is that when it came time for Aurum, and I had said, because Aurum was in, I mean, I think we had that for a long time, didn't we? Like Aurum was around. I mean, it was one of the first. Like I think it was around when we launched Noir and Royale, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And I thought it was interesting that. Did you smell the first iterations? Because I don't know
I did. Of
I don't
Aurum, I did.
know if Eugene is still listening. I said Eugene, and it was supposed to be called baklava. Remember? Hi, Catherine.
Yes, baklava.
Much love, Catherine. And
Beautiful Catherine.
Catherine's been one of my biggest supporters and cheerleaders. Much love.
Me too.
There's a big group here. And if anyone wants to add their number five, like all of these people have Zaharoff. So if you guys
Right, guys,
have Zaharoff,
comment your top five.
your
Don't.
top, what's your
Yeah,
fifth Zaharoff?
feel
And
free.
the fourth, while we're talking about the fourth. But I think that it smelled like baklava. It literally smelled exactly like baklava, the first iteration.
Right.
Um, and I just felt, my gut told me it was supposed to launch when Leather Tobacco launched. And because Leather Tobacco turned out so incredible, I felt that it needed to launch first. And I'm
Right.
glad it did, because you had all these baklava fragrances come thereafter. And I told Claude that we needed to change it and I wanted something deeper. And so he took the honeycomb and it smelled like a ambery gourmand, And so Aurum is kick-ass. And I'm happy you like Aurum, Joey.
Aurum, oh my goodness, when it came out, of course, was like it was winter, and it gets cold in the Midwest, and it was such a warming fragrance on my skin, the way it performed, the way it projected. It's probably some of your best work. Everything from the design, the box with
Beautiful.
the honey, the comb design is just absolutely beautiful. I don't know. I didn't realize at the time how much I love that note. And I think this is,
It's awesome.
without a doubt,
I
I don't want to say it's number one, but it might be.
You
I
feel
don't know.
it's awesome.
Because I could wear this now. It's September. I could wear this from September all year if I really wanted to. It's a nighttime scent though during the summer. If you're gonna bust it out during the summer, you got to wear it on the cooler nights. But right now, what's the temperature outside? It's I think it's. Let's take a look. 62 degrees. Feels like 62.
And you could wear that.
Oh,
You could
absolutely.
wear them, yeah.
Absolutely. Um,
So
my
Louis,
number 5 is the original Royale.
Joe Mo. Hi, Joe. Joe Mo.
What's
Citrine,
up, Jomo?
second, Soul, Blue, and Royale. Joe Mo. Joe Mo. Is that
Jomo.
new?
I don't know if I recognize Jomo, but welcome.
What's the treat
Welcome.
number one? Joe's number one is Joe Oram. Is second. I'm glad he has good taste. He's got good taste.
Absolutely.
So, um, I'm mesmerized by your hair.
Stop. Stop. I can't stop looking at the hairline.
It's beautiful.
It's it's not where it used to be, but it's not. The side profile looks good.
Yeah. And Scott's is Port Rome is number one. Tobacco, Rosé, Coco second. So Scott's top five is probably similar to mine. If I would replace Second Soul with Citrine. And apart from the Zed creators, I love the Zed creators. I love them. Just with my own collection now. If I'm talking about.
So I did a second top 5 that I didn't tell you about, and that was the Zed creators top 5.
Oh really? So
Yeah, I didn't tell you I had that. If you want,
what's your top five Zed creator?
um not in order. I have to be
No,
specific,
no,
just
no,
like
no.
this.
Just
Not
the
in any
five.
specific order.
What's your fifth?
Brass and Soul, huge fan.
Okay, stop. Now the fourth. We're at the fourth. What's the fourth?
Evening Mystique.
Okay. So
Uh,
now, can you just let's do this in steps for me? If you want me to come back.
I have to stop. Don't do this to me. Let's get back to let's do the
If you
signatures.
want me to be your friend. So
I just
yeah,
want
so we did Orem is number four, right?
right.
Okay.
Orum's number 4. I'm just trying to be
And,
funny.
and the Zed creators, we could do and the Zed creators, Evening Mystique is your number four.
Not in any order.
On
Yes.
any order.
No, I'm just joking around.
Okay.
The,
Luis is triple X. So his number three is Coco Loco. Coco Loco is good stuff. All right, so go ahead. You were saying, so what's your number three? I'm having fun, Joe. For those of you watching, I'm having fun with Joey.
this is how George and I are. Also, I like to give it back. No, I want to jump back. All jokes aside, I want to go back to Orem. It's signature scent worthy for the colder seasons. This is something you can dress up or dress down. It's a date scent. It's a night out scent. It's a cozy scent at home. It's a Netflix and chill by the fire. It's like when you stay in on a cold day and you do all that cozy weather stuff. And I don't know. I remember Julissa burying her face in my neck when I wore this.
So that's gonna go in the Italian market. This
I think it'll do well.
So Orem will be in the Italian market. You'll be able to buy Zaharoff in retail shops, and that's where I'm headed to on Wednesday. So that's a good call, Joey. Good
Absolutely.
call.
Absolutely. So Orem is very special to me, and I like sweeter gourmand, edible scents, things that invoke, all that kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Things that you want to put in your mouth scent, and that's what this kind of is.
that's awesome.
I want to eat it. Like I want to spray it and lick my hand.
Of course
And
you do.
I'm not. You could bust my chops all you want, but do you understand what I mean by that? I genuinely want to spray it and go like this, and I want to taste what I smell without the alcohol and all the nasty, without the stuff that's gonna. But
I love it.
I love it too. It's fantastic. So no order. Number 3. What do you think my number 3 is?
I don't know where. I don't know where. I can't imagine. Je ne sais pas.
It's
See,
pretty.
citrine is number 1. Aurum is number 2. Black rose. Black rose is so. So I would. I have to. Well, I have to say, would Black Rose be there somewhere?
Mine?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. See.
So actually, without any spoilers, Catherine is the closest to mine.
Look at that.
Well, let's just cut to the chase. So I already showed you Black Rose. I'm gonna put the other one down. When Julissa got married to me, not some strange man. When Julissa got married, she wore rosé as her wedding scent. So it's a very special fragrance to me.
That's beautiful.
It's a very special fragrance to her as well. So walking down the aisle, reading our vows, seeing her in her dress, and then smelling the rosé, it's a very personal, private memory that I just shared with you monsters. And I could never wear it because I associate it with my wife.
And Antonia wears rosé every day, and so that's her signature too.
Rosé's beautiful. I tried it on. I thought it smelled good. I thought it smelled amazing on her. I knew Autumn. I knew some woman was going to take the time to repeat that. I love you, Autumn. However, when you came out with Black Rose, we were cooking with magic because it felt kinky and sexy, and you had the thorns and the vines on the freaking bottle, and the dark color of the juice, and just it was probably one of your sexiest, naughtiest fragrances to my nose.
Which one?
Black Rose.
Yeah.
Black Rose to me is a bedroom scent.
Yeah.
Black Rose is a date night scent when she knows that it's time. It's also extremely versatile. It's strong, but a little goes a long way, and it's one of those things that linger on you throughout the day. It's
love you, Ron.
My God, Ronnie, Joey, you can't say Black Rose. Okay.
Who said that?
Mr. Calvin.
Who?
Mr. Calvin.
Oh, he popped. I don't see Mr. Calvin on my thing. I don't think I blocked him.
I didn't know. I didn't highlight it. I haven't been highlighting it because I'm so like distracted.
Oh, so I'm only watching. How do I get all of them? I think I'm getting select comments. I'm not getting them all.
I think you have to go to all comments. Performance is amazing after sitting. It's definitely macerated. Fun fact: first bottle I finished from Zaharoff is citrine. I could have finished that. Black Rose would get me kicked out of the bedroom, says Fat Boy. Oh, okay. It's a very sexy scent. It reminds me of a Disney potion, like a fairy tale potion.
It does actually. That's the inspiration that too. Remember what I was doing? Of
course.
Yeah.
It's so when you made this, I felt like you made rose like a rose scent for me. Where Rose, like Julissa was rosé, I'm like, oh, this is mine. I don't think Julissa's ever worn Black Rose. Only I have. And I wear this specifically for certain events, certain nights.
That's beautiful.
So when she smells it, she has an idea. I wish I was joking right now. This one, I think, is, I think it's a lady killer. No pun intended. I think when it's in the air, you know, of course, women love flowers and roses and what have you. And when they smell that, it's got this masculine, sexy, undeniable sexiness to it that I would hope would channel something inside of them. I feel like it's catnip, the Black Rose.
That's beautiful.
The Black Rose is catnip for me. And I love it very much. What are you talking about? Joey with hair reviews fragrances. What are we doing here? Should I only review when I have hair? Is that it? So that's number 3, yeah?
Yeah, number 3. Number 3. So we have, for those of you who are just joining us, the lurkers, we have there's only 18, so I think we know everybody in here.
Got 19. I think it's a good group. We
Yes.
have Citrine.
We
We
we have
Aurum. We have Black Rose.
Black Rose, and number 2.
Number 2
Love you one.
is
One.
Coco Loco. 2 is Coco Loco with
Coco Loco.
the purple cap. I feel like you channeled the most enjoyable, happy go lucky summer cocktail. Makes me think of music and dancing and summer and fun and the juiciness of it all. I'm actually going to spray this on my skin right now because I'm probably not going to wear this too much anymore. I'm going to start transitioning shoutouts to Black Rose, the Tabacs, the Aurums. This is another one. If I could, my favorite scents are your summer scents. Does that make sense? Like your freshy ones are very fun for me. This is delectable. It's juicy. Juicy's probably the best word to describe it. It's juicy and sweet, and it's like I said, it's like a summer cocktail in a bottle. It's something I wear to the beach. Something I wear when I'm by the water, right? If we're having a barbecue outside. Scott wants a pink cap.
That's awesome. I love it.
So this is another happy-go-lucky like Citrine. They're completely different, right? But they're fun. You do very fun scents.
There's a big chunk of clementine in
Coco Loco.
Coco Loco that you could use the shower gel and the lotion of Citrine as a layering, and then Coco Loco, and so it mixes very well with it.
Once again, Coco Loco, I want to drink it the way I want to lick Aurum.
Dude, I love Coco Loco.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This smells like someone spilled a cocktail and it just left this most beautiful scent that's like stuck to your... I don't know how to explain it. Juju wears this one. We wear it together when we go out. We'll actually wear it at the same time. I feel like she gets complimented more.
Uh-huh.
I think it's a great unisex fragrance. You can't really say, oh, this is more masculine leaning. This is something that's meant to be enjoyed by everyone. And I think when people smell it, that's exactly what it accomplishes. I don't know. It's really good. I'm a big fan. Citrine Grooming Balm Lotion is the best non-fragrance product Zaharoff has. I have it on now.
I have to send it to you.
I want to lick Autumn while wearing Aurum.
Ross compares it. Ross says it's very green. I'll send it to you, Joe. You're gonna love it.
I can't wait. Yeah, you know exactly, Juan. Julissa is Puerto Rican. Coco Loco reminds me more of Puerto Rico than half the Puerto Rico fragrances I review. Exactly. And that's why it's fun. It's like you're dancing. It's culture. It's the music. It's all of it. It's a celebration fragrance.
It's interesting how you're able to take a vision and create a
fragrance. It evokes a memory.
Unbelievable. And
that's the thing. It's a celebration fragrance. It's a celebration. It's like a life. Happy block party kind of shit. Summertime block party. You know, you're by the beach, the music's playing, the drinks are flowing, the weather's nice, and it's one of those days where you're just happy. Those days that don't seem to last forever, but Joe, when you look back.
Do you ever wear leather tobacco? Oh, look at that. Oh, really? Oh, I love it. You're an animal. I love it.
So George's most filthy scent is not Black Rose.
I love it.
Tobacco used to be my number one Zaharoff. If you guys go back to my old streams when all of this was happening, Signature, Noir, Royale, I loved them. I loved Royale. But when he came out with Tobacco, the original Tobacco, that was like my favorite out of those.
I love it.
Okay.
That's freaking awesome.
But when you But when George told me he wanted to do a leather to back, I'm like, you're taking two of my favorite notes. You're taking two of my favorite aromas, just in general in life. Not even just fragrance. Just to smell these things in a room is very stimulating in my mind.
That's awesome. Good night, Ross. That's awesome.
Good night, brother. Take it easy. Thanks for stopping by. Also, Ross with a wrench. Um,
I love it. I
this
love
is number one.
And
But
if anyone watching the leather to back, I'm gonna TikTok this. So when you post it, I'm gonna have this. I'm gonna have it chunked into halves and put this on
that's
TikTok.
okay. That's okay.
For those of you, the inspiration behind leather to back, when to back is a masterpiece, and unfortunately, it will
100%.
not be the way it is now. Will not be in the market as of next year, late next year. Sorry, late this year,
Oh shit!
late next year, next September. I got confused
Stop.
because of the laws, IFRA laws and stuff. But leather, the tobacco is a masterpiece in itself that I wanted to add a leather to it to see what it would smell like. And it smelled like leather tobacco. I think you had smelled that iteration as well, right?
I did.
Yeah. And it was too easy.
It was leather and tobacco, where this isn't tobacco.
And so I wanted to have, I wanted a fetish leather.
You would accomplish that 1,000%.
Like a gag ball or a harness, something that you
Yeah, this is as nasty as sin. And when I say nasty, I mean in the best way possible. So leather tobacco's my number one.
Thank
and
you
it's
for allowing me to finish my thought of my inspiration behind the leather tobacco, Joey. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead, you were saying?
yeah.
I invite other fragrance titans to come on and let Joey, discuss their inspiration. Go ahead, you were saying, Joey. Joey.
There was a time where leather tobacco was tobacco and leather.
Yeah, Joey.
And then
Joey.
You just want to look at my hair from the side.
I'm kidding. I'm having. Go ahead, you were saying.
Come here. Come on. All right. Enough of this. It's getting weird. They're gonna love it. Here's a question for you.
Go ahead.
Quick question on the Insta story. There was a bottle of Coco Loco, but the juice didn't look blue. Anything we should know?
Maybe. So it's the Privé in it. My people are Lone Star Val. Do we know who this is or no?
I don't, but welcome. Welcome. I don't. They could have subbed to me. Remember,
huh?
I haven't been active on this channel in a long time. These could be subs that I don't even realize I have.
Ask all
Maybe.
the you want. All right, so yeah, what I do then, because the Privé had not been ready, I was wearing Privé. I've been wearing Privé for years. And so that bottle, that was a Coco Loco bottle, large. So what I did was I wanted to see, so there's for the large Coco Locos, it's 3 different masks, 4 different boxes, different art than the small Coco Locos, and then different color caps. It's a nightmare for my French filler, but I had filled. Hey, Joe Anthony.
What up, Joe? Joe Anthony with the wrench.
So I had tried to see what the thing looks like on a large glass bottle, and since I didn't have Coco Loco, I filled it with Privé because I was going to wear it. So wow, these people are freaking eagle eyes.
They keep an eye on it. That's dedication, though. That's a fan. That's someone that is dialed in. That's a diehard.
Ew, French filler. So
what's the supply? How you doing?
So you the leather tobacco. I'm glad, Joey. You know what, Joey, you're awesome. And this doesn't include XXX or
No, I didn't include XXX. That's the one I'm most proud of. Obviously, it doesn't need an explanation. It was a coming together of our friendship, our community, the live streams, the pandemic.
Yeah.
Like, I'd like to talk about how we met. I'd like to talk about the early days. There's some people that were around back then, which is very beautiful to me.
I know.
For 5 years, I get a little melancholy now. I didn't think I'd be here
And
5 years later.
when we met, I only had signature.
That was it. And I want you to tell this story because I love it. But when I didn't know much about George. Um, I seen a few videos, of course, shot the Fragrance Apprentice, and I think that's where George stumbled across me. Was on an Apprentice video, right?
Correct. And Lone Star Val, you're always welcome. Your family, and welcome to the Zahar family too. So,
Right. How you doing, Lone Star? Thank you for being here.
I think that I had met, so before I launched, so when I was showing Nordstrom signature, Nordstrom had said you need to have a collection because
Hmm.
collections are what are in right now. And then you are not in any social media, because when I was doing my clothing and the store on Oak Street, I focused on my customer. I was very private, and I just didn't want to put myself out there. It's kind of funny because I have my iPad here, old iPad, just so I could, refer to things. Look at what I used to look like up until, but right before we met. Look at this.
Oh my God.
This is 2011. Can you see the date here just to show you? Look at
The
that.
clean cut face and hair is
You see
hilarious.
right above it, it says 2011.
2011. That's
Look at
I
that.
mean, I joined January of 2011 of the fragrance community. Imagine if you met me then when I was like 17, 18 years old.
Isn't that crazy? And I was designing my silks for my neckwear, and so and so
Hell yeah, Scott.
and so it's kind of interesting to see, just that's a wedding picture, but it's kind of interesting to see. I used to wear suit and ties all the time, mine of course, but anyway, the fragrance gave me new life.
Of
Um,
course.
and so we met. So anyway, Nordstrom had said, you got to put yourself out there. And I freaked out because I knew that there were trolls ahead. It's like, George, you have to cross over that bridge, but I knew that there's trolls underneath the bridge. I just didn't realize some of these trolls were my friends,
They were disguised,
right?
wolves and sheep's
Yeah.
clothing.
So trolls dressed in friends' faces. And so I put myself into therapy for a year. And as I was doing it, I was just wanted to get my feet wet with the fragrance community. It was so interesting because when I saw this group of individuals, I thought, wow, these are all brands in their own right. 5 years from now, these channels will become like mega brands. And it's kind of interesting. I could do a dissertation because I know this. Think about it, right? I know this space inside and out.
Sure.
And I know the fragrance business inside and out, from ideation, marketing, creation, production, global, movement of, I understand this space, and I have such a huge, my thoughts for the different channels and the creators. It's just interesting. So anyway,
You were coming into this circle with enough experience and understanding that most people that were a part of it had no idea. Like you knew, you had an idea deeper into
right,
the whole thing. Where
and
like,
right, and there's two people that I'm intimately talked to about this, and it's you and Ross. And I'm pretty, when we were first started talking, spot on, huh? Would you say, right? Like
yeah,
I talk to Joey and I'll say, Joey, this individual, this, and this is going to happen. It's just, anyway. Anywho,
it's my turn. We're full screen and Z.
so went online. I started understanding who the players were, or like the players, the people in the space, and a lot of people I really fell in love with. One of them was Eugene. One of them was you, Joey. Joey, you came in a little later. You kind of scared me,
I
right?
did. I
And
remember when I used to scare you.
because you were a little trolly, but you were like, you were like fire. And think about this, because I was attracted to that, and I
I
think
was
I,
the original troll.
yeah,
I just wasn't a nasty mother, you know. You can be a fun troll. You can be a lovable troll, you
right.
know. You don't have to cross any of those lines where it's like, okay.
And so when I launched Signature Pour Homme, I sent you that. And if you guys want to see some of the original videos, if you guys want to go and see what Joey did with my ancillaries, my lotion, and I just fell in love with him. Like, how can you not fall in love with this fatsa? How can
Right.
you not fall in love with it? Look at him.
You only love me because I have hair again.
Uh, yeah, that's it.
Right, that's it. I remember it was like a cold winter day and I got the box out of the mail and it was freezing. Like the juice was ice cold when I sprayed it on. And with how cold the juice felt versus how incensey and dark and masculine, it was like an opposite effect. And to be fair, I tasted you before I smelled you.
They're beautiful.
I didn't spray the fragrance on my skin. I squirted your lotion, your white liquid. That was it lotion, right? Was it a lotion you meant to
It was
send?
it was a facial balm. It was like a facial. It was like a beard like.
Right, it was a beard balm. Joey opening George's box is a legendary video. I agree. Um and it was genuine and I was just really blown away.
You're
I
crazy.
squirted it all over. I can say this here. I bukakied the fragrance on my face. And I also tasted it. And this is gonna sound ridiculous, but the notes of the fragrance, right? You kind of really pop with your senses, you know, and the receptors on your tongue. So I had an idea of what it smelled like before I sprayed it because I tasted it. Anyways,
I love it. You're so crazy, Joey.
but I really did. But when I sprayed it on my skin, it just filled my room, and it like warmed it up because it was cold. Oof, oof! I'll never forget that day. Oh, I gave my wife a wrench. Shout outs. George's white bomb in his mouth. He tasted you before I smelled you is wild. It's a hot take, but I'll say it again. So I think George may have fallen in love with me that day.
I did. I did. You can still hear me, right? So I have to order an Uber for someone. I'll be right there. Hold on one
You're
moment,
okay.
please.
One moment, please. What's up, baby?
Hold on.
But yeah, guys. So my top five Zaharoffs.
9:45.
Leather tobacco was my number one, and that is probably George's. Between that and Black Rose are his kinkiest kind of fetish sense to me. But the leather tobacco is just naughty. It's naughty. Like tobacco is a masterpiece, and it was my original favorite back when he had the four. But when leather tobacco came, I don't even associate it with tobacco. It's its own entity. It's not like, oh, this is the big brother of tobacco. No, 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 no. Tobacco is that nice cigar, blah, blah, blah. Leather tobacco is the leather chair in the club, the ball gag, the smell of that leather, all of that stuff. It's just very naughty. And I've never smelled anything like that.
The harness, the
It's
sling.
it smelled like a fetish come to life. Very 50 Shades. This is my room kind of thing.
It's really, and I should try. I never
Look at
tried.
this.
It's 19. It's at 19%, and it's so strong. Isn't that beautiful?
That's absolutely gorgeous.
Do you
And
know?
you know what? I'm happy it didn't have the plate because it makes it even more naughty. The plate, it wouldn't be as naughty.
No, because it's leather.
Right. You
Yeah.
want to touch it. You can feel
So
the scent.
I don't know if people actually. Do you have by chance tobacco around you?
I don't, but I could
Okay.
ask Julissa to bring it.
That's okay. It's okay. So if you could show the front of leather tobacco for a minute.
Of course.
So tobacco has the vanilla and the tobacco leaf, and if you look at that, the leather symbol, the international symbol for leather, is you see it on the
It's right here.
right, and then on the other side is the tobacco leaf.
I loved the little U on the bottle. That's the first time you shrunk yourself. That's a bit
Yeah.
of a fetish too. Honey, I Shrunk the Zaharoff.
But I never thought of that. It is a fetish, isn't it?
It is little tiny George.
Hold on, guys. Hold on a minute. Let me do this. Hold on. Give me a moment. Uber here. Where's Uber?
Listen, Mel. Here, I'll meet you, George. I actually have Bloom next to me, and I thought it was going to be too feminine. I thought I don't like florals that much. I like floral notes. I wish she liked me. I also am just not a fan of old smelling. Should I vertical stream with hair, Mel? I'm just not a fan of like grandma florals. But when George let me try very early on Bloom, I go, GZ. I said, this is going to be shocking to a lot of people. A lot of men are going to wear this. I go, this isn't an overly feminine floral fragrance. I feel like men are really going to appreciate this one. And you know what happened? I did it again. He dropped Bloom. Bunch of people, bunch of men, male dominant, bunch of males saying how they actually like Bloom, how they wear it. Mel, you look the way Bloom smells. Let that sink in. And it's delicious, you know. It really is. It's a really nice spring, kind of like a pinnacle spring scent because of the florals. And I think of Bloom and coming back to life and just the weather becoming beautiful. And I'm a sucker for the white cap. I'm talking about Bloom right now. It's not in my top 5, but I adore it. And I told you many moons ago that I loved it, and you weren't expecting me to like it. You were like, you weren't even considering sending. He was like, "Oh, it's it's female," and I was like, "No. This is good."
Bloom belongs in the collection. I think all of them have a place in the collection, and I think next year I am going to do more earthy fragrance.
Right, not white and fluffy.
Yeah, so next year is earthy, the year of earthiness, all the way to the end.
The earthy, right? Girthiness is me next year.
And Joey, I this was great, but
I love this.
So I should try to see how leather tobacco, because leather tobacco is very popular in Spain, Mexico, South America, Italy. They like the Turkey, Greece. You know, it's kind of interesting to me. We don't sell to the Middle East yet.
I could see leather tobacco doing well in the Middle East.
Yeah, I could too.
I could also see Evening Mystique doing really well also.
Yeah.
Like thinking of those heavier fragrances. I don't know. But those are my top 5.
Yeah, love you, Juan. I think it's great. I'm glad, and I thank you. I'm glad we did this. We should, when I get back from Italy, maybe we talk a little bit about the Seraphims and all that if you want.
I would love to.
It's a lot of fun.
I'm gonna have to get another bottle of blue.
Of what?
I'm gonna have to buy blue. I'm gonna have to get blue.
So I'll send the blue.
I have a small 2-ounce of blue. I can't. I want to side by side the bottles.
Power twins.
Yeah. See, I don't have that. Oh, well, you have the small. Okay, that's what mine looks like too. Yeah, I have mine at my campground. My blue. You know who wears that? Is Mama Cannoli.
Really?
She stole it for the first month. I love Joey because he knows the art of not giving a fuck. I think so, Scott. When you look at this, when George holds those up, though, that's like a beautiful.
Thank you, Joey.
The side by side is such a clever. I don't want to call it a trick, but it's such a clever thing to do.
They belong together.
And I think the story, because I think these are very story-driven fragrances that are meant to have meaning by where they come from and the inspirations that are behind it, that when you put the two together, it just feels like a completed set. And if you want me to do my favorite between blue and red, I like red.
Red from the very beginning. You felt that I should have launched red first.
I still feel that. Yeah, I felt that way. I said red and then blue. This was earlier in the year, though, right? This was pre-summer.
right before we launched the blue, you said to me you should the red Naxos. You liked red, and you're like, George, you should launch the red first.
Correct.
And I'm like, I'm filling the blue.
Right.
Yeah, and
But
so
you know what? I was so impressed when I finally got to smell the
thank
finished
you for it.
blue, and that was my summer fragrance. Actually, that
Yeah.
was my big summer scent. The mint. Uh, shoutouts. Um,
Well, the red launches Tuesday. We did a little bit of a pre-sale. We did make Joe Ross did a little announcement about it, but yeah, so it wasn't
Look how
yeah.
sexy this is. It shouldn't be sexy. I don't know why. It's strong. It looks beastly. I don't know what it is. Let me spray some of this on. Actually, hold on. And this shit lasts. Let me explain something to you guys. 2 sprays, and I don't know. I got almost a day's worth out of it. Even in the
Hi, not so famous.
scent of the night, baby. The definitive shot. Did you like my post?
I loved it. I loved it. Loved it. Loved it. Loved
The definitive scent of the night, like a late night fragrance, a nighttime going out fragrance, is this.
it. Yeah, I agree.
If blue is the day, which I 100% agree, the red is the night, and I adore it. It's fantastic. And if you appreciate the note breakdown in blue, there's similar notes in red that if they stand out to you, you're going to pick those up, and they're great. It's very, very sea, right? I feel like I'm just being sloshed in the water, George.
It's a beautiful pairing because it's a day and night. Well, the pre-sale is going to go through the week. I did like 4 or 5 days, but it's going to go on so people can get it. And, so anyway, I think that
Do you
it fits. It's a great addition to the family. And I want it, and it's a little younger too. And it's a blue, but it's not a blue. It's an interpretation of, it's not like
I didn't want to speak too much on it, but I want you to think of like an aquatic, but not a blue aquatic.
right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Like
I love
it's
it.
a dark aquatic, but it's without being overly heavy and without being as aquatic as say blue is.
Right.
And we're talking classic aquatic, classic blue. I think nowadays people think blue and they think of the Ambroxan thing and Sauvage and all that and Blue de Chanel. This is traditional blue, the blue I grew up on. And I think that's why I love them so much. They're very reminiscent of my favorite era of blue fragrances.
I love it. It ships tomorrow and Tuesday. Ready to go.
Fuck. It is so good. It is so I gotta stop swearing. I try to be good on this channel. It's so good. I wish I had this in like June, May. I would have been I don't know. I love it. I'm gonna wear it now. I have it now. I'm gonna wear it now. Actually, guys, I went out all weekend. Um and I wore Seraphine Red. I also wore something else, which we might talk about a little later, George. Um I went out the last few nights with Julissa, and I was going to wear Profumo, Acqua di Gio Profumo, and I left it at my campground when I went to the car because I switched out my bags that I had, but I had Seraphine Red in my like drawstring sack pack, and I wore red out, and it got me 3 compliments, 1 from the bartender, 2 from like family friends, and then Julissa had a friend there, co-worker, and they all complimented it. So 2 women and a guy. So Seraphine Red hits. I wore it out at night. It was also very cold this weekend, but it was hot as bulls in the bar. If you guys watched Eugene's stream, you've seen me blitzed out of my mind in the bathroom singing. But Seraphine Red, great compliment getter. I know people like to exaggerate compliments, and you look at some of these Joey, is that a shadow on your forehead? Pause. Don't look at it. It was 108. 108. Red and blue is gonna do great.
People, Joey. So I'm sorry, Joey. My
Okay.
apologies. Can you see me?
I do see you.
Okay. My apologies.
No, you're good. You know me, George. I
So
can.
thank you for having me.
Oh, it was a pleasure. Thank you. Thank you for being a friend. Thank you for being a part of my life.
Joey, I think that I'm excited to. I love being your friend and excited for whatever's next. You're awesome, and I'm glad you like Seraphim Red. When I get back from uh, Italy, I'm nervous about all of this. This is a big new beginning for me.
Thank
So
you, Spence.
I'll take you
Yeah,
with me.
I wish I could come. I'm
I'll
with you. I mean,
put you in my little pocket.
yeah, shrink me like your little Zaharoff character on the box.
This was great, and Triple X. The Triple X that will be coming out is going to be the last one. The one that I saw, the jugs with the dust on it. That's going to be the final iteration of Triple X. And I'm glad, the way we did it organically. We started with the samples, then we did
The bottle, the first
we
bottle
did the
launch.
party. The party was last May. We blew out of those.
Yeah, yeah, immediately.
And we sold quite a
Damn,
bit. We sold quite a bit, and then we decided we found the jugs of the second one. We did the second batch, and that's going to be the one.
that was the one that felt was more receptive.
Yeah. So
People
that
really, people really loved it. So why not
why not?
give the people what they want and give them more of it?
So that's next month, and thank you for having me. And I'm glad we did this. I'm glad that I have close to close to your heart, Joey. It's a very sophisticated that piece that Brandon recommended.
Right,
Julie,
this is
what's that? The hair piece?
right.
Is that what he's saying?
Yeah, it's smoke and mirrors. It's a hair unit that I wanted to wear specifically for the stream,
Is it really?
and uh, it's my hair, George.
Okay, all right.
I mean,
Thank you, everybody, for having me here, listening to us, and Joey, thank you for everything. I love you.
I love you too, guys. George, you got 32 people. The group's here. They're here.
Here,
The group's here. Took a little time. Hour and a half we pulled out of this, huh?
back or look at that, Jason. Thank you, Jason. Hair unit. That's hilarious. I had a friend who had a hair unit, and it smelled after like 2-3 days. It started to
Ugh.
smell. Yeah,
Ugh.
it smells wet and mildewy. It's
No, my hairline probably used to be right here many moons ago. But the wonders that barbers can do, and I said it's a few goalposts back,
I
but it's
I went to
okay.
a wedding yesterday, and there were a lot of doctors. It was an affluent wedding. It had
Right.
professionals and this gorgeous, drop dead gorgeous doctor woman is a hair transplant doctor in New York City, and she was so excited and passionate about transplants that it was great having that conversation. So Joey, we could always reclaim your hairline if you want. You know that, right?
If I had the money, I would.
So she said for men, she goes, the first thing you need to do is take there's minoxidil and finasteride is to take both of them because one stops the hair from growing and the minoxidil makes your hair grow. God bless it. Can you hear
My
me?
whole thing is the hair's gone. Like the hair, like it's gone. How
Right.
does that come
But
back?
you don't want any more to go.
I mean, is this okay?
Yeah, it's okay. You know what, Joey? Throw 20 grand at it and you'll get a whole new hairline.
Let's see how the Triple X does, and then we'll talk. Okay, let's see what happens.
Men in their hair, it's a big problem.
I I
My
like being bold. I learned to love my bold ass, But this is I'm ready for the jokes.
Yeah, so my hair is the real deal.
It's the real deal. You're just showing off your locks.
But I think I'm gonna chop it off.
Like you can see that it's thin, you know? You can see that it's not as full as it once was. And that's why I won't grow it out. But I can rock this length. Do you get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, I think you look great. I love you so much, so it doesn't
Do
matter.
I look sexy? Do
You do.
I? Can anyone in the chat tell me if like, oh, like did it make you jump? Did you get tingles? No one ever tells me,
It's
you
a,
know.
it's a different sexy. It's a it's not an arousing sexy. It's just like se and then xi, you know.
Oh, so it's like playing horse.
Sexy.
Come on, Joe.
Elroy
Use that
Prep,
hairspray paint stuff. I don't want to have to pretend. You know what I mean? Like I'd rather just be bold.
IMT.
You know? I don't want to do that. I
No,
didn't jump, no tingles, but I don't got the BD, so who knows. All right, out of respect.
my love. All right.
This is it. Let's wrap it up.
Final thoughts, Joey.
Final thoughts. I hope you Raw Anthony. I hope you enjoyed my top 5. Thanks for hopping on here. I feel like I surprised you. Actually, I think I pleased you with my picks.
Thank you.
I think you were very happy. What's up, CK? I think you were happy with my 5. And maybe next time we'll do my top 5 Zeds.
Oh, that's great. Hi, Colin. Hi. You have everyone coming on. Is that cool?
We were a little too early for them, but also it's Sunday night. I never go live. The Sunday stew.
I mean, if you want to drop the link for others to join, that's fine.
Should I? Well, no. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end this because it was perfect. Maybe I'll go live on my demonetized channel and we'll have some fun over there.
Okay.
But I love you very much. I love you
Thank for
guys.
having me. I'm going to bed, old man.
Say goodbye. Sweet
Good night.
dreams, King.
Much love. Love you guys.
Guys, no outro, obviously no music, no copyright. We love you. I'll see you. I might go live on the I Am Joey Cannoli. So if you guys want some late night Cannoli after dark.
How cool was this?
I loved it. It felt like the old days.
I miss it.
It was very pleasant and enjoyable, and I like everyone I see here. So
What have you become?
what have I become? I don't know, a monster. I'm feeling very motivated, George. I'm feeling inspired. I don't know why.
Because there's greatness here.
Thank you. I'm not going to delete this. I'm leaving this up. Josh, I don't know. Real quick before I end it. This is the monetized channel. This is the monetized. Also, thank you to Kyler and Mel for the super chat and super sticker. And I got a PayPal. I love you, George. George, get out of here. Get out of here. That fucker. Anyways, I did get a comment, and it was shout out to the 10 piece. I never want to read people's names. Seraphine Blue better be number 1. You know, Seraphine Blue, I wore the shit out of this summer. Like, Seraphine Blue, Citrine, Coco Loco. But I feel like I just got blue, so I didn't get to wear it enough. Buy a wrench. Yeah, if you guys want to buy a wrench, you can. You can PayPal for a wrench. I don't hand out wrenches. Also, Kishy K commented here. And this is a different channel. It's K friendly. So, however, K is not friendly on my other channel. You don't stream on here enough to buy a wrench. Hey, maybe I'm going to start. No! No! I wonder if I have enough to cash out. Maybe after YouTube gouges my ass. I love you, George. Look at that. I can go out to a buffet. Guys, I'll see you in a bit. Thank you, Mr. Z. Thank you, everybody. It's the Sunday stew. I'm out. Dancing baby for a couple of seconds. Catherine, no! Thank you, Kat. I don't want to end it. I don't know if anyone else is gonna draw. Anyways, all right. See you later.